They say some stories are too strange to be true.
The streets are alive with neon lights, car horns, and night workers returning home. Among them was Daniel, a young man working late shifts at a printing press. One Friday night, after missing his usual ride, Daniel spotted a lonely bus waiting at the terminal. Its sign flickered, 8-6, City Central to Hollow Creek. He had never heard of the Hollow Creek stop, but the bus looked official, painted in faded red and silver. Daniel boarded. Inside were just a few passengers. A woman in a red dress staring out the window. An old man clutching a briefcase tightly. A teenage boy wearing headphones, not moving to the beat. And the driver, who never spoke, never looked back. The bus smelled faintly of smoke and rust. And yet Daniel thought nothing of it. He was tired and just wanted to get home. As the bus rolled on, the city lights began to fade faster than usual. The familiar buildings disappeared, replaced by misty roads lined with tall, crook trees. Daniel checked his watch. Only 15 minutes had passed, but the bus seemed to be going deeper into unknown territory. He tried asking the driver where the bus was headed, but the man didn't respond. Not a word. The other passengers stayed silent, too, except the old man, who whispered, "Don't speak too loud, they might notice you." Daniel frowned. Who might notice me? But before he could ask, the bus jerked to a halt. A shadowy figure boarded, its face hidden beneath a hood, hands pale and bony. It dropped a coin into the fare box with a metallic clang that echoed unnaturally loud. No one moved. No one looked at it except Daniel. And then he realized the woman in the red dress wasn't breathing. She hadn't blinked once since he got on. Stop after stop, more figures boarded. Some looked human, others didn't. Their skin gray, their eyes hollow, their movements too slow or too fast. Each time, the old man tightened his grip on his briefcase, whispering under his breath. Finally, Daniel demanded, "What is this bus? Where are we going?" The old man turned to him, eyes wide with terror. "This bus only travels one road, the road between the living and the dead. If you stay until the last stop, you'll never leave." Daniel panicked. He tried pressing the stop button, but it didn't work. The doors were sealed. He tried speaking to the driver again, but when he leaned closer, he saw the driver's face in the mirror, and it was a skull grinning, with hollow sockets. The teenage boy suddenly removed his headphones. His voice was a whisper that chilled Daniel to the bone. "No one ever gets off early, unless you pay the fare." The old man clutched his briefcase tighter, with trembling hands. He opened it just enough for Daniel to see inside it was filled with old, faded photos and letters, memories, his life. That was his fare. Daniel realized the horrifying truth. Each passenger had given up something precious, their most cherished memories, their very existence to pay for a ride into the afterlife. The bus grew colder, darker. The windows showed not roads, but shadows moving shapes of people clawing, screaming, begging to get in. Daniel had nothing. No briefcase, no offering. Panic consumed him as the bus approached its final destination, a black tunnel with no end. Swallowing all light, the old man whispered one last time, "If you want to survive, jump before the last stop. It's the only chance." The bus rattled violently as if it heard the old man's words. The passengers all turned their heads in unison, their lifeless eyes staring directly at Daniel. With every ounce of courage, he ran to the door, slammed his body against it, and suddenly, it burst open. Wine roared as he hurled himself into the darkness. Daniel woke up on the cold pavement of a deserted road. The bus was gone. Only silence remained. Shaken, he stumbled home. For days he refused to take any buses, terrified of seeing bus 86 again. But then, a week later, while walking through the terminal, he froze. Parked quietly at the edge was that same faded red and silver bus. The sign flickered, 86, Hollow Creek. The doors opened slowly. The driver's skeletal face peered out as if waiting for him. And from inside the bus, a woman in a red dress turned her head, staring right at him. This time, she blinked. But some say bus 86 still appears to those walking alone at night. If you ever see it, don't get on. Please view and subscribe for more to this channel. Thanks.